Another Schoology tip that can help you if you're going to be absent from school, whether it be planned or unplanned, is to have some lesson plans ready to go. So you can see here in my course, I have two folders that are unpublished now, so the students cannot see them. So I have an emergency subplans folder, and that has activities that can be done kind of at any time. So if you're out sick and you don't have time to put something together, you have these plans ready to go that the students can do at any time. So in here I have a bunch of digital general activities related to what I teach, and when I'm ready to use them, if I'm going to be out and I can't put together anything else, all I need to do is publish that. So I have that ready to go. Another option that you can do if you know you're going to be out or you have time to kind of put together what you want the students to actually work on for that day that pertains to what you were going to do, is to have another folder that's unpublished, and you can label it a little bit differently so that you can distinguish between the two. But I have this other folder that I created that says I'm out. Here are the sub-plans for the day. Right now there's nothing in it, but if I knew I was going to be out or I had time to plan, what I could do is go into the folder of activities that the students were going to do had I been in school anyway and move them to this folder. And I'm also going to show you a really quick hack so that you can make sure this folder of activities is blatantly available right as soon as the students log into your course page, and this will also make it easier for your sub in order to find out exactly what the students need to do. So let's say, for instance, I know I'm going to be out, so I'm going to go into my current week of activities, and let's say I know I'm going to be out on Monday, I have some time, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at these activities, and if these are activities that the students could complete without me being present at the room, I'm going to take those activities and actually move them and drop them right into this folder. So we can see here I have this folder open with the activities. I also have this folder open, even though it doesn't appear like it because I don't have anything in here, but this little caret on the side, when you click on it and it is pointing down, that means the folder is open. And what you can do is just essentially drag and drop these activities directly into the folder where you want them to go. So you do have to be a little bit careful when you're dragging and dropping. I'm holding down the left mouse button because you can see here I can very easily go down into another place where I don't want them to be. So if I were to drop it right here, it would go possibly into my emergency sub-plans. So it makes it easier if you do have this folder open already. So I'm going to put this here, and you can see sort of that dark gray triangle around this Quizlet activity. This is where it's going to be dropped. So I'm going to drop it here. I'm going to take my next one. I could put it above, or I could put it below. So I'm going to drop that here. Now you can see here I made a mistake, and I did that on purpose. We'll just pretend that I did. But if you do drop it outside of the folder, I can tell this is outside the folder because it's not right directly underneath Quizlet. It's very easy to just kind of drag and move that up. This is easier to do with a mouse versus a trackpad if you're not that adept at using a trackpad. And then I'm going to just do the same thing with any other activities that I want the students to complete that I think they can do independently or working with a group, or it's easy enough for my sub to be able to guide them through. So now this folder has been created, rather it's already been created, and I just moved the activities there. Then I'm going to publish it so that it's available. So what I could do once I've published it is I could actually drag this folder right up to the top so that when the students enter my course, they'll see that right away. Another way to ensure that they're going to see this is actually to create a link to this folder and make an announcement that shows up at the top of your page. So what you're going to do in order to do that is I'm going to come over here onto the left-hand side, and I'm going to come over to Updates. So in this updates area here, I have a text box where I can type in exactly what I want the students to do, and I'm also going to hyperlink to that folder. So it's right there. Students can see it, no excuse that they weren't able to see it, view it, or access it. So I will put my text in here, and then what I'm also going to do is I'm going to mark this as an announcement, and this ensures that it will appear right at the top of my screen. So I'm going to click on that. I've entered my text in here as to what I want the students to see when they first come into my course. Within a course announcement or update, you don't have as much choice in terms of playing with formatting, particularly when it comes to enlarging the size of your text. The largest you can make it is 14. So I would probably suggest making it that size, just so that it stands out a little bit more. And then I just bolded my other title here. So I made sure that I checked off that this is an announcement, and I'm going to click post. You will notice in my announcement here, you can also access the folder by clicking here. Right now, by clicking here, it's not going to do anything because I haven't hyperlinked anything here. So watch what I'm going to do. I'm just going to post this for now so that it's saved. Then I'm going to come back over to the home page of my course by clicking materials. So you can see this is what the announcement is going to look like, and this is going to show up right on the screen when students come into your course. So I'm going to come down here to, this is the folder that the students are going to be using and completing. And even though it's pretty visible, this is what you could do if you don't want to leave this folder at the top of your course. Instead of moving it around, what you could just do, no matter where that folder is right click on the folder and then select copy link address. So this is now, I'm going to get a link directly to that folder, and I'm going to come back over to my updates. So the update that I just created, rather it's an announcement now, I'm going to edit by coming to the right of it and clicking this button here and selecting edit. So now when I come over to this text where I said to click here to access their work, I'm going to highlight that, and then I'm going to come up to this insert content button. I'm going to select link, and now I'm going to paste the link that I just copied. So if I go back to the course page, this is going to directly go to that particular folder. So my link is ready to go. This is the text that is going to be clicked on for the students to arrive at this, and I'm going to click insert. You can see here this is now a hyperlink, so I'm going to click save changes. So now let's go back over to the landing page of our course by clicking on materials. So now the students log in. Here's the announcement. You can also access the folder by clicking here, so they can access it two different ways. But it's right at the top of the screen, so it's very visible. The students would click here if they weren't going to scroll down, and this then directly goes to that subplan folder. You can see here the title of the folder, and all the activities are directly here. So this is just a little bit of a quick tip when you're out, when you're absent, some things that you can do to kind of make it easier for your students as well as the sub who's going to be in for you when you are not there.